the 7 factors, which you can look at yourself. How far have you gone?
Oh, okay. Bhojjhaṅgā is the 7. Oh, okay. That's part of it. Okay.
Yeah, that is all part of the Bodhipakkiya Dhamma, or the 37 factors of awakening.
Okay. Okay.
Fine. Okay, so let's then go live and
Yeah. Close Untitled Chapter.
yep, now it is on live. It's showing that you are live. It's nice.
That's good.
Yes, so let me see where to start you off. Okay. Okay, now what's the meaning of Bodhi? This Bodhipakkiya Dhamma is that Bodhi means one who has understood or known the Four Noble Truths. Okay.
Yes.
And Pakya is the process. And Dhamma is the nature of things or the phenomena of things. So when we say 37 factors of enlightenment or awakening, it means that one has understood the Four Noble Truths and he knows the process and he has experienced it, so he knows the Dhamma, not the knowing Dhamma. It is the nature of things, of arising and passing away, which then leads to dukkha, and you cannot, or I cannot take it as myself.
Yeah.
Okay. So that is what is anicca dukkha anatta is all about. So basically, what we are covering is only that. That is the Four Noble Truths, understanding, and then the process, which involves in how this the truth goes forward. That is the nature of things, which is suffering, and the cause for suffering, and an answer of how do we come out of suffering, and the path you're going to take to liberation is the Bodhi. So when we say Bodhi tree, it means that, actually. So if somebody knows that four truths and what is needed to be known is called as Bodhi. So the tree under which this Bodhisattva attained Nibbana or attained full awakening is again Bodhi. Okay, so in that we have this Dhamma, that is the teachings, and these are called a Charana Dhamma. Charana means the characteristics. Okay, so comes with Sila, morality. Then Indriya Samvara means guarding the sense door. So I'll not use Pali, becomes very intriguing. So I'll just talk in English better. And then there's something about moderation in eating. So you will automatically, once your mind becomes calm, you will really see for what you're eating, both mentally and physically. So then there is this physical food and mental food. So you would be moderate in eating. Then you would be awake most of the time. That means you'll not go into sleep. When I say sleep, is that we get lost in our own thoughts and habits and all of that. So that wouldn't be there. So that person is very much wakeful. And he will have saddhamma, that is, he will have virtue. So these are the attributes for a good person, which will be covering that. And then the 4 jhanas, the first jhana and the second jhana and third and fourth jhanas. These together are called as charana dhammas, or ones whose nature is pure. So what I can find about myself or you or whatever is, how much of sila, that is morality, we have right now, and how much of the sense gratification we are having. That shows whether we are in sotapanna or in sakadagami or anagami or arhat. So this is observation what one has to make. That is the morality.
Yes.
Am I breaking the 5 precepts? And do I know I have broken the 5 precepts? Okay. And then the guarding the sense door from the sense object. So I see an object, a girl passing by, and I feel, wow, that's beauty. That means I have not guarded the sense door. It has taken over.
Yes.
Right? And now I need that some time before I forget that and see something else. And then I see a car passing by, like Hummer, or I can see a Mercedes or something like that, E-Class or whatever class of car. And then limousine passes by, and then I feel, wow, man, I need to be in this car. It's huge. Right? And then let's say I go to Las Vegas, and then I would like to bet my dollars, and it's fun to do that, and want to earn some $5,000 or $10,000. So, wow, man, that's the place to be. Right? So my senses are not in the control.
So what would Sotapanna do with regard to controlling the sense doors?
I'm going to come to that. So we need to check. So then we will see what all happens in a Sotapanna, then what happens Sakadagami, Anagami, and Arhat. So that becomes easy.
Okay.
And then we can compare each other and see that what do I think about you and what do you think about me. That's the best thing to do.
Yes.
Right? So then moderation in eating, that is, we eat too many things and too many spices, sweets, and so many things, right? In Chinese or in Indian or Italian or Spanish or whatever. So we would like to have continental and this and that. And mentally also we keep on eating a lot of things. So we want many things. So there are 4 kinds of food. So one is the physical food, what we eat, and then there are 3 mental foods. So he talks about the mano sanchetana, that is mind created food. Then there is phassa, there is contact, and then there is this vijnana, consciousness itself as a food. So it keeps on creating new nama and rupas. So when I see a tree and then I don't recognize the tree, so I ask my friend, hey, what's that tree? He says, this is a fig tree. Oh, fig tree. Oh, what kind of fig tree is it? So this kind of fig tree. Okay, then what does it do? So like that, I'm eating in mind with the nama and rupa.
Yes.
As though, and then I'm going to tell to everyone. So when I pass by that fig tree or the tree, and then somebody is sitting there, hey, you know what that tree is? He says, I have no idea. Then it says fig tree. Oh, is it? Okay, what kind of fig tree? So now I'm transferring that knowledge to him, and then I feel very proud of that. So that's the food.
A quick question regarding the vijnana, trying to do this namarupa. Is the reason that it tried to get the name due to either raga, dvesha, or moha? It only try to do that because they want to either enjoy more or want to stop seeing it.
Yes.
That's the reason why it's to know the name, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Cool.
Okay, and then we have this wakefulness, awareness being coming into that. That means you don't sleep, you don't go into dream state. While we are talking, we might be thinking something else. So that's a dream state what we normally go into. And then the 7 attributes. So the attributes are faith, first thing. Okay, we need to have faith in whatever we are doing. So Buddha Dhamma is no exception to it. Then sati, that is mindfulness, we need to have. Then third one, we need to have the moral shame. Then we need to have moral dread. That means if something I do wrong, then I dread for next life, it will be even more troublesome than this. So better correct it now. So that's moral dread. And I need to have this interest for great learning the Dhamma. Okay. Then energy or diligence. And finally, the wisdom. These are the 7 attributes which have to be there. Okay.
Are you talking about the satta, bojjhaṅgā?
No. I will not come to that.
No.
This is this is a prerequisite for 37 factors.
Oh, prerequisite. Okay.
So to understand this 37 factors, let's say if I am able to understand the 37 factors, then I should have known all of these.
I see.
Known in the sense that I should have developed my knowledge on that.
Got it. Mm-hmm.
If either one of them has not completely been grasped, the 37 factors of awakening might not really fill in me.
Mm-hmm.
So I might not know what I'm actually doing.
Got it.
So what I need to do is that I need to really carefully look at these 15 dhammas which are there. That is, first is sila, second one is the guarding the sense door, third is moderating in eating, then wakefulness, which is situational awareness, and the saddhamma, that is the 7 attributes what I just now read out, and the 4 jhanas. So 7 plus 4, 11 plus 4 is 15. So I start with sila, 5 silas, right? So I have established that. Okay, tick, good. Then I am able to see the senses, so sight, sound, taste, touch. Now, at the sotapanna level, he will not do something which will take him to the apayas. Meaning, he might not rape someone, he might not kill someone, he might not abuse someone. Because that chitta doesn't arise.
Yes.
Okay, so he doesn't do something. That doesn't mean that he will not look at a girl. It doesn't mean that he would not look to enjoy the senses. He would still do that. Right? So he will not kill an arhat. He will not kill his parents. And he will not indulge in senses which will really take him to the lower realm of existence. Meaning to say that he will not kill to steal something from someone.
So even killing a normal person still may not make you go to the apayas.
It will. It depends on the type of karma that might associate, but he will
motivation.
Not. Actually, per se, he might not be able to kill anyone. Because that chitta wouldn't arise in him. It's not that he wants to do it. It's a chitta which arises with a real bad kind of objective to be achieved. Okay. Now, when we come to the Sakadagami level, something funny happens. He doesn't have idea of possession of anything.
Mm-hmm.
So when there is no possessiveness, there's nothing that the five senses can do, right? So everything we are doing for possession. I need to possess my wife, I need to possess my son and daughter, the home, job,
Mm-hmm.
car, staying in China or US, India, wherever it is. So all those are possession orientation, and the patents I want to make. And
Oh, sorry, I lost you for the last 20 seconds.
okay. So what I was saying is that the possessiveness in terms of wife and husband and children and property and staying in a country and working and creating name and fame and all of that is possession.
Mm-hmm.
In the Sakadagami state, he wouldn't be interested in any one of those. Not that he will not get recognition and all that. He will still be working in a company or wherever, whatever he's doing. But he's not too keen on developing those. Because he doesn't have anything to possess.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the difference. Because his sila is established. So when the sila gets established, then his sense door are withdrawn. Not to an extent of an anagami, but to a greater extent than the sotapanna, because he is not having possession driven attitude, or the possessiveness attitude is not there.
Would he still look at like a pretty girl walking by?
He will still see all of them, but he doesn't have the possession orientation.
So he wouldn't want to go take an extra look because he's not trying to possess or accumulate the five aggregates, or
yes, he's not interested in possessing using the five aggregates, or rather the five aggregates he doesn't want to possess.
So he wouldn't take an extra look just because.
He wouldn't take an extra look. He will look at it, and he doesn't do anything about it. Okay.
Got it.
Now, if that happens, let's say, at a sotapanna level, the next four things what I spoke about, that is moderation in eating, automatically a sotapanna will start eating lesser, because he knows it is futile to eat more things. But doesn't mean that he's not enjoying. He's enjoying whatever he's eating. But there is a sense of satisfaction, which was initially not there. Now he feels satisfied. So he feels happiness coming to him. Whereas if you look at a Sakadagami, he is not having possession orientation, so he just eats whatever is given to him. He's happy with that. Okay. And situational awareness, Sotapanna doesn't have. Sakadagami lacks sometimes, is very situationally aware some other time. So it depends on the situation. Okay. And the seven attributes, what I spoke about, the faith and mindfulness, moral shame, moral dread, great learning, energy and wisdom. These are the seven things. In those seven things, Sotapanna might have various levels. He might not have got completely established. Sakadagami also is the same. He wouldn't have got completely established in that. But what would the Sotapanna and the Sakadagami would have established is the faith, Shraddha or Saddha. Faith is completely established. Mindfulness is not completely established in both of them. Moral shame is established in Sakadagami, not much in Sotapanna. Moral dread is established in Sakadagami, but not much in Sotapanna. Then learning as such is established in both. Okay. energy diligence is there in both. Okay, and wisdom is more established in Sakadagami than in the case of Sotapanna. Okay, so this is what will be there from the 15 factors, what needs to be there, or 15 things that has to be there.
Got it.
Your internet is responding very slowly. Actually, you're coming like frame after frame.
Oh, really? I see you in similar way. Not exactly frame after frame. Am I still very slow?
Yes, you are slow. And here it is showing around 80 Mbps at my home. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe that's my internet. About that. Yeah, my internet seemed pretty good as well. I'm testing my speed. It's 100 megabit.
Wow.
Let me see my upload.
Let me check.
Yeah, I'm checking my.
Yeah. I'm running the Google's.
Yeah, I'm just pinging google.com. Seem pretty consistent. Not dropping too much frames. Or seconds.
Mine has dropped.
Am I better now or still not okay? Yeah, yours has dropped?
Yes, so it is. My upload is 36 and download is 21 from 80. So I think that's the reason there is a lag.
Maybe because you're uploading to YouTube as well.
I don't know. Yeah, I think so. Maybe that's a reason.
Yeah, it's possible. Maybe your upload is,
that's okay. As long as we can hear and talk and all that, it's fine.
Yeah, I can hear you. I can see you fine. You may not be able to see me as well.
That's okay. So it would correct by itself. So this is what is there in the starting of the Bodhipakkiya Dhamma, or the 37 factors, and these 37 factors can be further. What are these 37 factors? Are Satipatthana, that is the 4 foundation of remembrance, and then we have Sammapadhana, which is right efforts. These are the 4 factors. Idhipada is the basis of success. These are the 4 factors. Indriya Samvara, that is the Indriya is the controlling faculties of 5. And Bala are the mental powers of 5. Bhojjhaṅgā are the factors of awakening or enlightenment, 7 factors. Maggaṅgā are the 8 factors, totaling to 37 factors. Okay. Now, if we go to one of them, each one of them, it's a huge. So I don't want to confuse you much. But first we'll go to 7 of them, which are easy to understand. And then maybe we can, further days, we can come back.
Okay. You're talking about the
Bhojjanga, yes. Because there is a Bhojjanga Sutta also of the same name, so it becomes very easy.
Cool. Can do that.
So now what happens here in the Bhojjanga is that when you start working on the Dhamma, whether you are a Sotapanna, Sakadagami, Anagami, whatever the person is, he starts with this. So he will have a great deal of things happening in him, which is he can remember to watch what is mind doing at this time.
Yes.
Okay. So is the mind wavering into some thoughts or some sensual object or like that? So food is coming, sight, sound, touch, smell, and thoughts. So he remembers. So now when we are Sotapanna, the remembrance is not much. We forget. Okay? When we are in Sakadagami, we forget, but we are not in a possession orientation, meaning we don't take it as mine, including my own body, what I have. I wouldn't possess.
Yes. Yes.
What I mean by I don't possess is that I don't look at my head, which is shining without hairs, and then I think, you know what, I look so aged without hairs. So why don't I go for a hair weaving or a wig or something like that, which will make me look young.
But even the Sotapanna wouldn't perceive the body as himself, right? So
No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't.
Wouldn't.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't believe that his body is something to be showcased. But sometimes what happens is that he still feels he exists. See, there is a possession orientation in Sotapanna, but the possession orientation is not there in Sakadagami. See, if that Sakkaya Ditti is different, so that is the problem of understanding, is that Sakkaya Ditti means that the 5 aggregates are treated as myself. But that doesn't mean that you will go away. That you will go away only at Arhat.
Okay.
That is
so
the
sanya of a self still persists.
Yes, that will still be there. Okay, so now there's a difference here. The Sakkaya Ditti, what we are talking about is the 5 aggregates. The Rupa, Vedana, Sanya, Sankhara, Vijnana is treated as myself. That is, I will say yesterday I did this and hour ago I did that and after a few hours I'll be doing that, is what Sakkaya Ditti is all about. Nothing to do with myself, that self. The aggregates are treated as self.
Yes.
Okay, that is clear at Sotapanna.
Sorry, I have an additional question. So would a Sota still try to, say, protect his own life? Let's say someone, network is poor again. Sorry, my question was, would Sotapanna still want to protect his own life?
Absolutely, otherwise he would have become an Arhat.
Oh, okay. So he would still, if someone chase after him, and he would still be
Even a
scared,
Sakadagami will do it. Even a Sakadagami will do it.
Oh, I thought the other day you meant Sotapanna wouldn't have fear of death.
He will not have fear. See, the protection is there, right? See, in Iddipada, and he talks about 7 different types of asavas. In that, Buddha says that you should protect yourself from bad people, bad company, animals, and all of that till you become an Arhat. Okay? If that was not true, then he wouldn't have said that.
I see.
Okay, so if I were to take that, wait for a second, I can run you through that.
My understanding was that the protection comes from certain fear. If there's no fear or no aversion to, then you wouldn't be protecting
the entire fear goes off only at the stage of Arhat. Otherwise, there is no rebirth. Right now, he cannot see. Even Anagami has a rebirth. in the Brahma realm of existence, which is what I can say, which is a place reserved for anagamis.
Yes.
See, if there is no fear at all, let's say, then there is no rebirth either.
Yeah.
So you are released.
So I think the other day I asked you a question, like I heard something, I thought it's something bad is happening, so I have adrenaline of like, oh, life is being threatened. So that kind of reaction would still remain in a Sotapanna or even Anagami, or
Which one? I didn't understand.
sorry, the other day I had an experience where I felt something, I had adrenaline arise. I felt my life is threatened. So I immediately become like, nervous. I look around. I feel like
That feeling
there's
will
some
be
bad things happening.
that feeling will be there in Sotapanna. That feeling also will be there in Sakadagami.
But not Anagami.
Less in Anagami. Very less. It doesn't come out.
Okay.
It doesn't come out.
Oh, okay.
See, there is one Iddipada, okay, this is called as Pahana Siddhi. Okay, then in Pahana Siddhi there are 7 different kinds. In that, it's something called as Parivajjana, Pahatabba. Elimination through avoiding. So he says here, a bhikkhu who is on the path till he reaches the fruition of arhat, he should avoid risk, threat to the lives, and blemishes to the conduct. These 3 things have to be done. That is, you have to avoid the risk, threat to the lives, and blemishes to conduct. And also, when you are frequenting alone, being alone, you should not have too much of self-confidence on jhana. When confronted with wild animals like elephant, horses, cattle and dogs, and believing that the jhanas are going to protect you, that's not going to happen.
I see.
So, and then he says the third important thing what has to be done is that a monk should not frequent questionable places or develop friendship with people with bad reputation, thinking that his Dhamma is going to take care of it.
I see.
Okay? Reflecting wisely, a monk must avoid any such situation that would affect his life adversely. Okay? He says this is not only for Sotapanna level, it is till you reach Arhat. Only at Arhat, you don't have anything as you. So you have already reached.
I see.
So it doesn't matter whether elephant comes and kills you, or a robber will come and loot you and kill you, or a terrorist will come and take an AK-47 rifle and kill you, or something is going to happen. It's fine because you already attained. Till you do that, he says, don't try it out.
I see.
So
I thought the other day. Okay.
Yeah, go ahead. The other day, see what I was saying is that the aggregates are different. The Sakhaya Ditti does not mean, even in puredhamma.net, Lal has given a clarification that the self view will go only at Arhat.
Or the self-perception.
Yes, the self-perception.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't.
Yes, I heard that.
If it is there, if it is not there, let's say, then there is no need to be called as something as an anagami at all. Because there should be someone to come back, right? If nobody is there, who is going to come back?
Yes. Mm-hmm. Sorry, my question was the other day. I think you mentioned in after you reach Sakadagami, the ride to Anagami will be quite easy. Like the nature will make sure you progress.
That is correct. No,
like,
that is correct. That is correct. But nature will help you also to find out who the person is, what those kind of individuals are. Because you will.
So you still have to make your choices.
Yes, I still have to make choices. So there are 7 pahatabba. Pahatabba means to avoid. So he says dasanena pahatabba. That is by seeing, observing. Like that he gives 7. So these are the iddhis. That is the siddhi, or I don't know how to put that in English. So
supernatural powers.
No. 1 minute.
No, not iddhi. Okay.
1 minute. Let me help you out in that. That is success factors. Iddhi is success. So you will successfully understand how to deal with it. So parivajjana, that is avoidance. So a sotapanna, sakadagami, anagami, arhat, or the 4, sotapanna, sakadagami will have to avoid situations. Okay. Let's say I go to a bar. I'm a sotapanna. I still have an ability to get drunk. Okay. If I'm a sakadagami, I don't possess anything, but still I have ability to get drunk.
Right.
Anagami will not frequent to a bar because there is no kama, raga and patikka.
Yes.
In arhat case, there's nothing called as bar. There's no nama and rupa.
Would Sakadagami even frequent the bar? Because it seemed like, to me, like accumulating the 5 aggregates, enjoying.
That's the reason. See, he doesn't have kama, raga and patikka. So it's almost like an arhat. Anagami is like an arhat. The only thing is that he still holds on to the view of the Buddha teaching. So that's the reason he is not able to let it go. He possesses.
Sorry, my question is for Sakadagami, would he even frequent places that gives him sense pleasures, like a bar? Because I would think he wouldn't want to accumulate on the 5 aggregates or the.
No. He can frequent the bar, but he doesn't possess anything, right? So what is possession? Possession means I am drinking. I am enjoying. That wouldn't be there. But he still joins the group.
Sorry, I missed. It's little. Your voice is breaking up a little bit.
Okay. What I said is that Sakadagami, if he is Sakadagami, he will frequent the bar, but he will not enjoy to possess something. See, what's the difference between a Sotapanna and a Sakadagami? They both are same. In the Sotapanna, that possessiveness is there. In the Sakadagami, there is no possessiveness. But Kama, Raga, Patigga is there in Sotapanna. Kama, Raga, Patigga is also there in Sakadagami, but it is lesser when compared to.
So Sakadagami can still enjoy drinking.
Yes, he can enjoy drinking, but he doesn't possess anything. Meaning he doesn't feel possessed. Wow, this is a place I need to be. Next time I'll come, and that wouldn't be there.
Mm. So I'm slightly confused because previously you said that Sakadagami wouldn't even take an extra look at, say, a pretty girl. To me, that's almost like he wouldn't enjoy that.
With possession orientation, it's all about possession, right? So ultimately, our mind wants to possess. See, let's say you have that again, B and all that your son has wrote, right? You have a concept of the son, that is your son has written.
Yes.
So there is a possession.
Mm-hmm.
If anybody were to ask, you will say this is my son and you feel very proud about that. That is a sotapanna.
Mm-hmm.
Clear? Now,
yes.
The same thing is said by Sakadagami, but he doesn't seem possessed. He says that the child has written it very well. He doesn't say it is my child who has wrote it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Meaning, even if he uses the word my child, he really doesn't mean that it is his child or his wife or her husband, something like that. That is the difference between Sotapanna and a Sakadagami. So let's say they both go to a bar. A Sotapanna is sitting and a Sakadagami is sitting. They both are having a bottle of beer, let's say as an example. Okay, and a girl comes there and she sits. Sotapanna gets interested in the girl. Sakadagami doesn't get interested in the girl, he just speaks. If she speaks, he speaks. If she doesn't speak, he doesn't really bother about that. Got it? Why does he frequent why does he go to the bar? Because there is still Kamaraga and Patigga in Sakadagami. But the possession is not there. That I possess money, I possess the girl, I possess the look, all that is not there.
I think I understand, but in that so I thought that means the Sakadagami can still enjoy the drink. That's why he goes to the bar, because he likes the
Even
drink.
an Arhat can go to the bar, but he doesn't enjoy the senses. See,
but Sakadagami does.
Yes, Sakadagami still has Kamaraga Patigga. If he doesn't have Kamaraga Patigga, he cannot be called as a Sakadagami, he can be called as an Anagami.
Yes, got it.
Right.
So in that regard, he may still look at the girl because she's pretty. She's like, he may still look at her.
Yes, he's going to look at her. See, he looks at her, but he doesn't want to possess. That's the whole idea of a person lesser than Sotapanna is a person who would like to get it at any cost. Right? It doesn't matter.
Yes.
A normal person doesn't matter. For a Sotapanna, he fears that what he's doing is going to take him to apaya, so he will not do it. He will not forcefully possess something which is not given to him. But there is a desire to possess. In the case of Sakadagami, that desire to possess itself is not there. He knows that it is of no use to possessing anything in life. But he can still frequent, he can go around and do everything what he was doing. Okay. Now, since he doesn't have any possession orientation, he might not do it also. You got the point. See, now Sotapanna will like to enjoy. Sakadagami might not that much enjoy the place because there's nothing to take it, right? See, ultimately I go to a game. Let's say I go to a baseball game, and if I'm not really enjoying anything there, why really go there, right?
Yeah.
That is what happens with Sakadagami, because he has to play. Let's say in the US, you need to either support this team or that team, wear that kind of jerseys and all of that, right?
Yes.
He might not be interested in it at all.
Yeah, he wouldn't have a home team.
He wouldn't have a home team, yes, because he's not possessing anything. So he might not even go there. But let's say he goes there. Then still he doesn't possess anything. Let's say a friend comes over and says that, hey, come on, man, come along with me. I'm feeling bored. I'm having 2 tickets to this game. Why don't you join? So he just goes. So there's nothing wrong. And in the process, he buys him a beer. So they both take a glass of beer and then a whole thing of beer, and they're drinking, and he doesn't really seem possessed. Whereas the other friend seems very much possessed. He says that, look, I'm enjoying and this is happening. Look at my home team. They're winning and all of that, right?
Yes.
So that's the difference.
I think another example may be taking pictures. Because I like taking pictures. When I go to a pretty place, I'll take a picture.
Right.
Because I can take another look in the future. And also I can say, hey, I've been there. I can show it to my friend as a possession.
And no, right. There's another thing. Like they put on the web, they will put copyright so-and-so name. That is the possession. A Sakadagami will not have that possession at all. I mean, he doesn't.
Would Sakadagami still want to take a picture so he can look at it later?
Yes, he will do that because he still has Kamaraga in particular, no possession. Whereas a Sotapanna possesses as his. This mine. This is my picture.
I see. Got it.
Okay. Now, we have to be very clear on the self and aggregates. They're not the same.
I see.
And where do you find that information? You can read the Chula Vedala Sutta, Culavedalla. MN, or you give MN 44. No, do one thing. Go on the web and give MN 44.
44, okay.
That's all. Sutta Central, you go there. On Sutta Central, you just give MN 44. You get Chula Vedala Sutta. And there, the Visakha and the Dhamma Dinna, they both discuss. And it's a very nice discussion.
Okay.
Very nice discussion as you and I having. And there she explains what is the meaning of Sakkaya Ditti. He asked the same question, almost. They call Sakkaya Ditti. What is this Sakkaya Ditti? Can you explain to me? Okay. And there she doesn't use the word self. Atta is self. Okay. So sometimes
I will read that.
Yep. So sometimes we mistake self to be this and then say that, oh, okay. Sakkaya Ditti means no self view. No, that's not the thing. The aggregates are treated as self.
Got it. Yeah, I think lately I'm able to see Namarupa. I'm able to understand it slightly better.
Good.
Just how Namarupa is not real. How I can seem. It seems almost obvious now. Sometimes something is not real, just a name. Because previously, when you say, hey, it's like a company is not real, it doesn't make sense to me because I can see, hey, there's a bunch of rupa associated with it. So how could you say Google's not real? It's pretty real, right? But I think lately I'm able to see how it's just a name. It does point to all these things which are real, but itself is just a concept.
Right. Good. So to conclude so far, we are at 2:21, so I'll have to end at another 9 minutes max. So it's good that we're going very slow. So to conclude, what we need to know is that a Sotapanna and a Sakadagami, if we only take these two things, and a normal person, so let's